Hello team, how are we doing today? All right, so this is episode 3. What we have done so far is that we have created a person. Mine is called Alotta Fun, who is in front of us. Then we went into our new home and we fixed it up a little bit. We met a couple of people, and then we had a quest to go into town. So we did that, and then we met a lot more people. We did some hunting and fishing and bug collecting as well, and then we basically went back home, and that's kind of where we are at this point in time. So let's jump in and see what we need to do today. So one of the things you can do in the community is called partying. And what that is that you become part of a group member with up to 4, love the rendering, up to 4 other players. And then when you do that, you actually collect gear, or booty, or whatever you want to call it, the stuff that goes into your backpack. You actually collect valuable stuff that you would not be able to collect on your own. Now, it's not something I recommend doing all the time because you do want to be able to play the game individually. However, it is a good way to make money very quickly, and a good way to be able to meet people as well. So that's something that we'll be looking at in the next few episodes, not today, but yeah, something I thought I would let you know that we're going to do upcoming to help us generate some finances to be able to do a bit more within the game. Now, this is Canal. He is the mayor of Kilima.
Oh, time for a break. Huh?
So as I've mentioned in the past, I don't read all of this out for you if this is one of the first episodes you're watching, but I do hopefully go slow enough that you can read it for yourself. But you'll get to do this in game. So it is a lot of fun, and if you know exactly what's happening, then yeah. So this is just, we don't have to go through all of this, but yeah, I like it. So once again, these little symbols here are the sort of personality that these comments are going to give off, and it can determine how fast you build a friendship with the person that you're talking to. I always try and be super helpful, but it's up to you. You can be, have an attitude if you want to. 100% your choice. Doesn't stop you from building friendships. It just may slow it down a little bit. So what are Kilima coins? We looked at that in the last episode, where I showed you a place that you can buy things, but we didn't have any coins at the time.
You're always welcome at City Hall.
So just a reminder, your quests on the right-hand side, so these ones are over here, these are the quests that you're doing. So this is your main storyline at the moment. So we've got Ask Gina about the artifact, talk to Canal at your plot. So he's just come back, so we can actually do this with him now. We'll do this one. Eat a grilled mushroom again to gain focus. So the mushrooms are here, we just haven't done that yet. But if there are other ones that you want to see, and you're not sure because it just said that we just accepted a quest line, and if it wasn't showing, all you do is you press the P key on your keyboard, and then your quest lines are in this explanation mark here. So when you come in here, see there's a few here that we haven't actually completed yet. Oh, they are the completed ones. Okay, sorry, my bad. These are your current ones. So once again, we still have a gardening to do, so we still need to harvest. We still need to eat the mushroom, and we still need to go and see about the bulletin board. So what you can do, if you want to change the one that you're doing, you just click on the button here. Sorry, you should unclick first and then click, and that will then make the one that you can see on your screen. So harvest the carrots and stuff. So it's up to you which ones you want to have up. I normally have the one that I'm going to finish first, and then it will automatically put one of the other two up. But you can only have a maximum of 3 quests showing at any one time. Okay. Yeah, so that's your main storyline. If there's other quests later, they'll be there, and anything you've already completed is sitting there. Okay. Fantastic. So let's go see what Canal wants.
Oh, goody. Someone to chat with. Oh.
So there are permits that you can buy, which I'll show you in a moment, to expand your property. So we've already done some work with the shipping bins, so we know how
Don't
that
tell Essie
works.
you saw me.
Okay, so this is your property at the moment. If you hit, as it says down the bottom, I know I keep hitting the talking, but this will allow me to use my mouse. Okay, so down here you've got a little bit of a instruction on how to use things, and over here as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit that H, and it's going to bring up the full housing plot. Hopefully. Okay, so this is the area that we currently own. So it's not a very big area, and it's the area that's currently fenced out around the property. So you know where your limit is at the moment. But we can buy permits that will allow us to buy these properties here. And then when you buy this one will become open. Then when you buy this one will become not open, sorry, available to buy. Okay, so we can buy all of this, and eventually you will have the ability to have your whole place open and build yourself an amazing house. We'll do a tour after. There's part of the storyline with Tish. She tells you to go and have a look, and so we will do that afterwards. Um, these are just the items that we have. So this here is the small room that he has just given us. And so we need to attach that, but you can't put it down when there's things in the way. Okay, so what we need to do is actually clear the materials that are here out of the way so that we can actually attach that to the building. But we're not going to do that right now. Oh, one of the other things while we're in here. So this house is currently called Default Slot. Now this is a little bit of a pet annoyance for me. I get that this is our first plot, but you can actually rename it. Okay, so when you come into the security tab, you get the option of being able to edit it. And so that's what I'm going to do at the moment. We're going to call this, can't spell my own name. Just call it a lot of fun for now. And what you can see here is that you can make it so that only you can see it. This one means that anyone that you're actually friends with can see it. And this means that anybody can come to the property when you are at home. They can't come when you're not home. They can only come when you are at home. But anybody could rock up to your house at any time. So that's what that there does. If you have got a person that you want to allow to be able to edit your property, so all they can do is move things around. But if you want to make that capability for anybody, you can just add that player here, and they will be able to do that. So if you're playing with a partner or something like that. these are the landscapes that you can get. Now, all of these at the moment are locked because we haven't achieved any of that sort of stuff. Some of them you can buy, some of them you can achieve or get during different events. But I'm trying to play this game at a point where we're not spending any money at all. It is a completely free game to own and download, and it's a free game to play. You are not required to spend any money at all. Okay. Customization, if you achieve a few bits and pieces differently, you can then add them to the system as well. Once again, it's just a case of whether you achieve it or not. Okay, just click out of there, and then you've got over here your exit, so we come out of there. So we can't place the room down at the moment because we need to make a bit of a change to the property. So the thought now is, where are we going to put it and how do we get there? So let's bring out our trusty pickaxe and get rid of the materials. So if this is your first time watching this episode, to get to the wheel where I was able to choose my pickaxe is the R key on your keyboard. And then you do the left click on your mouse to get it to hit, and it will auto hit if you hold the mouse down. So the next thing we're going to do is hit the R key again. We're now going to get our axe out and we are going to clear away the foliage. Now I may not need to cut this tree down, but I'm going to take it just in case. Now the other thing that you'll find, which I think is quite genius, is everything within your border line, your current tools can actually cut down or break up. But if you go outside your fence line to a bigger tree, you can't. Okay, so the reason for that is because as you go through, you will then have the ability to be able to do those trees, but at this point in time, you can't. Same with your pickaxe, so the R key pickaxe, you can't get the bigger stuff. I showed this in the, I think the second video when we went into town. So we're not at that point yet. Once we're at that point, we can then be able to do that. Right, now you don't need to come out to the front of the property to do this. It's just a force of habit of myself. Then we come back in and we can then pick our room up and put it, pick our room up and then put it on the side. So see how it's gone green and there's green dot telling you where it's connecting to the house. So it's got preset points where it will connect. Okay, and so that's the small room. So that's that part done. We go back. Now we need to see what materials we need to be able to build this room. So we come to the board and the board says we need 60 wood planks and we need 20 stone bricks. Now, we don't really have any of these items. We have some of these because they were given to us, but we haven't got bricks or planks really. And the reason that we don't have those yet is because we don't have the equipment to be able to turn our current wood and stone into anything but wood and stone. Okay, so I'm keeping wood and stone. I don't necessarily need to keep plant fiber, but I'm going to do that. And we want to kind of keep the flint at the moment too. So the reason we're keeping these couple of items, flints when you go to make arrows, and plant fiber when you go to build some of your furniture. So I'm keeping these particular elements, but like any gems now I can sell because we have got our star quality one sitting over here. Okay, I'm going to eat this mushroom. So to do that, I hit the Q key, which takes you in the Q and R, Q and R, Q and W, Q. Yep, because that's what I wanted to do. It's not going to let me move because it's the only thing that's on there. So my Q key, to be able to select my item, you can press 2 on the keyboard as well, but it's just not something I'm used to doing. There is Tish. I'm getting my mail. So there's a shearer, foraging skill, good work. Um, so bug catching. So we need to get a bigger backpack. So he's offering us, letting us know we can buy that, which we'll do shortly. And so Gina's asking us to go and see her. So these are all basically more quest lines that we need to do. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put these in there. I know it's only little bits of money, but it all helps at the end of the day. Okay,
How are you
Tish.
liking Kilima? Yes. Yes.
So yeah, so she's letting us know that we need to go and see
See ya.
Hadori to get the smelter so we can actually process our stone, and to go and see Ashira so we can get the sawmill to be able to do the wood planks. So let's go and see them. So in-game time is roughly 12 o'clock midday, so this is good because it does mean that Hadori will be in Kilima itself and not in Bahari, so we can hopefully see him before he goes back to Bahari. Okay, so that took a bit of time. Just so that you're aware, I do edit out the time it takes us to travel from home to Kilima or Bahari or wherever we're going to be traveling. I do edit that time out. It's the only edit that I do to my recordings. Okay, so we need to go and find Sprint. We need to go and find these people. So as mentioned, Hadori is going to be in town because it's lunchtime. Not quite sure why my game is staggering.
You talking to me? Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get the smelter.
Huh.
Now we need to buy this. So let's see if we're going to have enough money. So it's 50 coins, and at the moment we've got 700 because we've been selling off everything. So we're going to buy that. Now you can only have a certain amount of smelters on your property
You're still here, huh?
to use. So we don't go and just make a whole heap of them because that's not going to be worthwhile for us financially. So now we need to go and see Ashira. So we've got the bubble up the top there to see him. There's Dahlia. There's the chappers.
Another beautiful day.
Okay. So he is our timber merchant, so to speak. And we can buy the recipe. So this is a blueprint, basically. I don't know why they call them recipes, but it's a blueprint. Okay. So when we look here, this also has the ability to buy standard axe, but you have to reach level 3 of foraging before you can get that. So all of the areas are like this. So when we bought from Hadori, there would have been a pickaxe there that you've got to get to a certain level before you can actually buy that. There are also recipes for different sorts of wood that you can get down the track, a heavier sawmill, better axe once again, but you've got to get to level 6 for that one. Then the next one up is your exquisite, and that is at level 9. So this is what I was saying, the faster we can get to level 10, that's the goal, okay? And so how we are going to do that very
I'll see you
quickly is
around.
that we're going to party up with a player that will help us then get through it a fair bit quicker. So we now have everything we need to be able to make our bits and pieces. So let's head home. So we're going in the direction of the little house on the top of the screen, telling us how to get to the door. Probably could take a minute to talk to Gina as well, but she's going to be in an area that's a little bit hard for us to find right now. So we will do that next time we come into town. The good thing about this is it is a cozy game, which means that you can actually take time and do things at your own pace. There is no timeline that you have to follow to be able to make all of this work. It's just a case of doing it when you want, okay? Which I think is amazing. Okay, we're back home. Let's build our 2 pieces of equipment. Hopefully we've got all the materials we need to do that. So we don't have enough wood. That's okay, there is wood outside. And we need to get some Cernak hide. Okay, perfect. But at least now we know what we need. So sawmill, we needed wood, so we're going to go cut down some logs so we can at least get that up and running. Okay, that should have been enough. Beautiful, so we're going to make this now. Fantastic. Now, to make the smelter, so we now need flint and we need the hide. So here we use flint, so that's now gone. So we need more flint, okay, which we get by doing stone. Stone will give you flint, and then also, mining stone will give you flint, and then getting some hides we need to hunt to get those. Okay. So we're going to put, I don't know where we're going to put it. It's always hard in the beginning because you don't have a lot of space because you've got gear everywhere. I could clear this, I could cut all of this down, but I don't want to do that just at this point in time. No specific reason other than I just only want to use things as we require them. So I've placed that down, and now we get to do our first plank. So we hit F as it says. It will bring up our wood, which is here. I only have 1 because we just used all of the wood to make the actual sawmill. So now we'll cut down a little bit of this while we're here. The higher quality your sawmill, the faster you can process. So there's 10 planks there. This should be another 10-ish. And we'll put these on to cook, or what I call cook. Amazing. So that's pretty easy. Now we need to get some stone. And then in the next video, we will go out and do some hunting. I'm actually going to get all of the stone that's inside this area. I can get stuff from outside the area, there's no restriction on that, but we will get all the stuff that's inside the area at the moment. Isn't it exciting watching me break rocks? All right. The last thing we'll do before we finish up today is we're going to go and have a look at the tour boards. So this is the tour boards, and this one over here will take you eventually to your friends' plots, but we don't have any friends just yet. Why is she not moving? To your friends' plots. So we'll go and do that at another time, but let's go and have a look here. So we're going to go to F. There is a store. Actually, we'll look at the store first. These are all things that you can buy with your tailor tickets. So if you achieve your daily events, you get tailor tickets, and this is kind of an in-game currency as well as your money. Okay, we're going to go for a quick look at one of the buildings. So we can actually choose to go to a player's plot. So these are all the different players that you can go to. And so this one, I'm going to go to this one because they told us how they want us to vote for it. We'll go and have a quick look. Yes, you fall through the abyss on the way there, and then you land. So this is their house. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking around. I just want to let you know some of the things that are possible. This looks like it's a reasonably new house. It's got a kitchen. The reason I say it's reasonably new is because there is not a lot going on. Very cute though. Oh, it's all loading now. Okay, maybe we just didn't have it fully loaded before. Oh, this is better. Much better. Okay, this is not a newer lot, but it does have some of the newer items. Okay, so there's some cute stuff out here, stuff from the beginning. So you've got the mat and bits and pieces, lots of plushies. Game is crazy for plushies. These are called flow trees. We'll look at those at a later date. This is your koi pond. This is something that you get from when you achieve one of the events. So there's all sorts of stuff around here. Absolutely amazing. This is what's possible. Okay, so at the moment we just have a very, very small plot because we're right in the beginning, but this is what is possible. We will do a full episode on house tours, but at the moment I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what's going on here. It says please vote once I hit the Q, and then that will take us to that, which is very cool. The next one over is so cute, then it's amazing, and then it's magical, sorry, and it's amazing. But this person is actually asking for us to vote one because they're trying to get something specific, which we'll talk about at a later date. I'm going to hit my one, and then I go across to number 6, and that will take me home. And here we are back at our house. So as I said, we'll do a full episode looking at those and I will explain to you the importance of all of that. But for now, this is us again today. I know these are short episodes. They are only half an hour. I don't want to do anything much longer than that because I think it's enough to absorb for one day. So this is me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit subscribe, please hit like, and if you want to tell me what sort of content you would like to see or if you've got any questions, please reach out. Happy to help where I can. Thank you.